Hello and welcome to Reddit on Reddit, the internet's auditory version of Reddit. I'm Nelson Allingham, joined by Michael Campbell.
How are you, Nelson? Like, genuinely. I know I ask every week, but genuinely.
Yeah, I think that's the first time you've genuinely asked.
Yeah.
I'm...
Keep it light, obviously, podcast.
Yeah, I was going to go into my crippling depression.
Oh, but, no. That is between the hours of any time before we're podcasting and any time after we're podcasting.
And when you're not around, because obviously you don't want to listen to that either.
Yeah, obviously. But podcasts, so I always say, lie to the world and tell them you're fine.
I'm fine. Cambo, doing great.
I believe you.
We're just doing so great.
No, how could we not be doing great? We've got a bloody another episode of Reddit on Reddit.
We've got a podcast, another episode of Reddit on Reddit. We've got a nice Christmas tree in the corner that's going to stay there until Christmas.
Yep.
Probably after Christmas.
Yep. No, the good thing is no one is going to steal the Christmas tree they donated to us back.
Why would somebody give you a Christmas tree and then go to say that you're Grinches, basically, for not celebrating Christmas, demand that they put a tree up in your house, and then take it away? That would just never happen.
That would never happen. And obviously it has not happened.
It has not happened.
So we've got a Christmas tree until Christmas.
Yeah.
If that changes, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
What are the chances of that changing?
Why would that change? Why would that change?
I don't know.
That's ridiculous. Anyway, here's a little peek behind the curtain, listeners. I asked Cambo if he was ready before the podcast, and he said that he's been waiting his whole life for this moment. He's only now just ready, so expect the best.
Yeah. Because Nelson, if there's one thing you know about me, I do things in 115s.
Yeah.
So it's taken me 115, and now I'm ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good.
I know everything about Reddit now.
Yep.
I researched it.
How... Just going off the 115 rule.
Yep.
Are you there for sex yet?
God, no.
Okay, cool.
Not in partners nor in occurrences.
Yeah. Well, I didn't mean partners. I just meant occurrences. Yeah, I'm just curious about what.
Right.
Where you're
also,
at. So you're just a disappointment, basically.
As far as my life is involved, it's not. I don't do it in days. I do it in years. So I'm way off. I'm way off being any good at life.
Okay, that's no good.
Yeah.
Well,
but movies. I saw the other day. I've actually watched 117 movies this year. Starting to get them. Starting to get them.
Yeah. That's pretty up there for movies.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm impressed.
Yeah. I mean, it's impressive, but also kind of sad. It's one of those things where you're a winner and a loser because of the same thing.
I think it's sad, but kind of impressive, you know.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
It's just I think you need to put the spin on the other
I've had it in the wrong order.
Yeah. All right, Cambo. Sick of this dilly-dallying.
Enough faffing about.
Faffing about? Or fapping about.
Ironically, we're now faffing about. Or fapping about.
Oh. Let's get into it. This is so stupid. I thought you were ready, Cambo. All right.
This is my best material.
Okay. This first Reddit on Reddit is by Hamburgo.
Oh, they're a good one. Yeah.
And this was in the subreddit Unresolved Mysteries, which I don't think we've had before. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know what? In all honesty, I find the subreddit too boring. Because most of the time, it's unresolved mysteries. But they're unresolved because there's just like a stack of missing information.
Okay.
And so it's like, well, this one girl in this one town in summertime was seen last on Friday, the 1st of January, 1970, and the next day nobody saw her ever again.
Oh. Right.
And there's just like zero.
Yeah, you're like, okay, well.
Like, yeah, I guess that's unresolved. Nobody would know what happened to her, but
is it a mystery?
Just like so many things could have happened. You've got literally zero information on the person.
The thing to consider to solve that mystery is everything in the world.
Yeah.
Because that's what could have happened.
Yeah. And there's even ones that maybe give you a bit more insight than that. Like there's a, I don't know, like there was a convicted child abuser or something down the street. And then and it's funny because they give you all this information that there's normally like one, red flag, one guy that's like the bad guy. And then the Reddit comments underneath are like, well, it was probably that guy. It's like, well, yeah. They've kind of said that they couldn't prove that it was him. He has an alibi or something, but Reddit knows. Reddit knows.
I'm going to throw shade at different podcasts now.
Okay.
And I'm talking specifically about the true crime investigation podcast.
There are so many, but yes.
The format seems to be, and I think that we could make one. What you do is you find a crime that's unsolved.
Yep.
For about 12 episodes, speculate wildly, and then in the end say, we just don't know.
We'll never
We just don't know what happened.
With some creepy music underneath. Like,
that's the good thing. You can start an investigative murder documentary podcast and not know anything. And finish it the same way.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
You start not knowing anything, you end not knowing anything.
But you just have that slow piano at the right times. You have shitty audio of people being interviewed off a phone or something. We get it.
Yeah, we get it. We get it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's pretty much this subreddit.
Yeah.
But Hamburgo today said, if you suddenly disappeared right now, what mundane but different actions have you performed in the last 24 to 48 hours that we would think is related to your disappearance?
Oh, okay. So it needs to be something slightly out of the ordinary.
Yes, I think so. Which, yeah, I'm gonna say, obviously, I thought about this a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think there's too much.
No, I think I've got one
that I've done. Okay, yes.
Because this is something that I did today. That, this would work.
Okay.
Eating lunch as I normally do. Not to brag, but I have lunch most days.
Okay.
And I actually just said, I'm like, you know what? After lunch, I'm going to go for a walk because it's such a nice day.
Okay.
Which is something I don't ever do.
Yeah,
and then if I had have disappeared, I feel like people would have been like, but he never goes for a walk at lunch. What was up with that? And then what they'd do is they'd start a podcast.
Yeah.
12 episodes it would be. And in the end,
I'd be the host.
They wouldn't know.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you'd play the piano.
Yeah,
at the right bits.
I'd play the piano and people would get intrigued. Okay. Just going for a little random walk. Do you disappear during the walk? Or is this something even more speculative where like afterwards, like you come back home and it's just usual. And maybe even somebody asks you, hey, how was the work? And you're like, yeah, it's fine. Nothing happened. Yeah. And they're like, that's suspicious.
Boring, non-eventful walk.
Nothing happened on a walk. Lots of things happen. Birds fly by.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Well, remember when the Nazis went for a walk into Poland?
Yeah.
That started World War II.
Yeah, walks can get you places. That's what we're saying.
But yeah, even if I disappeared on the walk, I would say that's ultimate suspicion. But even if I disappeared after, they'd be like, but he went for that walk that he never did. What? Maybe did he meet someone on that walk? What's going on?
Yeah, that'd be good.
But you don't think you've done anything out of the ordinary?
I think the only out of the ordinary thing I've done, maybe. Or maybe it's things that I haven't done. Okay, I think to different people it'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because I told a guy on Friday night, I went to a meetup thing, an esport meetup thing, and
you told him that you loved him, yeah.
I told him that I loved him, and it came out of nowhere, and he was pretty suspicious. No, and then he was saying, "Oh, are you going to this event on the weekend?" I said, "Oh, I can't make Saturday, but I might make Sunday."
Did you make Sunday?
I didn't make Sunday. I didn't turn up.
No.
And I would love the idea that, let's say I disappeared after that point.
Yeah.
And I think it would be interesting just from his perspective
Whether he would have been like, he was definitely gonna come.
He was definitely
and why
gonna
he
go.
didn't come was because of the disappearance.
Yeah. Like was that the reason that he didn't come? Was that like? And then I think it'd be interesting for then the police to investigate, and they would say they'd interview this guy and like, oh, he said he was going to show up, and he never did. Yeah. And then they speak to you and your girlfriend. And they say, oh, hey, do you know what, like Nelson said he was going to go and he didn't end up going. And you're like, oh, yeah, he just couldn't be bothered, so he didn't end up going. And then I think that makes you look suspicious.
Yeah, but and here's where I'm scared.
Yeah.
Because obviously the police would also look into your moral character.
Yes.
And they'd be like, you're not the kind of people that would give something to someone and then take it right back. Right?
Yeah.
And I am not.
You're not.
No.
You're clean.
No.
Clean slate for you.
Yeah.
But somebody else that we just mentioned is kind of, gives something and takes it back. Yeah. Like a Christmas tree or something like that. Just as an example.
Anyway, that's unrelated.
It's unrelated.
Yeah, so because I think that if one of us disappeared, we immediately are the suspicious other party.
And it doesn't help that we spend so much time at our home just kind of alone.
Yeah.
Like there's just periods of time where we're both each other's alibis. And so instantly we're kind of the, suspicious.
That's true, because I know why you didn't go to that thing on Sunday.
Yeah.
So he would have to cooperate with me.
Yeah.
But what if I'm lying?
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
I think he's like, oh, he was definitely gonna come.
Yeah.
And you say, oh no, Nelson couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, those two stories don't match up.
Yeah, I'm like, he saw Spider-Man and he got sleepy.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, exactly. So think about that. Maybe that's the different thing I did. I saw a Spider-Man cartoon. By the way, side note to all listeners, Into the Spider-Verse was a very good movie.
It is very good.
I really liked it.
Yeah.
But maybe that would be the source of my disappearance. Is that
you went into the Spider-Verse?
Well, either that or I tried to become Spider-Man. And I've died from many spider bites.
Especially because Australia has so many of those poisonous spiders.
Really poisonous ones. I'm just my body's just in the wilderness somewhere, riddled with spider bites.
Becoming Spider-Man in this country is really dangerous.
Super dangerous.
Now that I think about it.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Also, don't become Snake Man. Because they'll also get you in this country.
Yeah, that's right. Mm-hmm. You have to go for the ones that just numb you a little bit, I guess.
Or if you're trying to become Kangaroo Man, this is something for our international listeners they might not know about. They have a hook at the back of their feet that guts people.
Yeah.
So hopefully that isn't what they have to do to you to become Kangaroo Man. Because a spider will bite you like spiders do. Mm-hmm. But if to become Kangaroo Man, you need to be gutted by a kangaroo. I don't know if you're going to survive that process.
Don't get us started on drop bears. That's
oh God.
Whew. Dangerous bloody things. Anyway, so all I'm saying is, listeners, if you don't want to be at risk of being an unresolved mystery, you should do normal things all the time.
Yeah. But does Twitter help with that? People telling people what they're doing at all times.
That's true. Yeah. We should really just stream our life, just in case.
We'll become vloggers.
Yeah.
Because no one, and correct me if I'm wrong, no one has ever caused a controversy from vlogging.
Yep.
That is a reference to Jake Paul, who vlogged that dead body.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
People.
Oh no, it was one of the Paul brothers. I forget.
I think it was him.
They're very interchangeable.
I don't know. I don't care. All right, Gamer, let's get into Today I Learned. So now it's time for Today I Learned. Let's play the intro to that. Today I Learned. This Today I Learned is by Jusco987. Okay, this one I just found very interesting.
Okay.
Today I learned alcohol doesn't make you forget anything. When you get blackout drunk, the brain temporarily loses the ability to create memories.
Huh.
Isn't that such an interesting...
Yeah. So you're not forgetting anything, you're just not ever making that memory.
Yeah. It just goes through one eyeball and out the other. I think is the saying.
Yeah, because vision works because light bends, but what it does a U-bend.
Does a U-bend? That's what it does.
In one eye, out the other.
Yes, that is actually the factually correct statement. It's that light goes through your eye.
Yeah.
Then you bounces off the alcohol.
The alcohol is a barrier between your eye and your brain. And it just bounces straight back out the other eye.
Yep. So, same with the ears.
Yep. That's why they call them beer goggles.
Yeah. Wait, do they? Does that even make sense?
Beer goggles. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's meant to make other people look like
It works, Nelson. Okay. Go with it.
You know what? I'm going to use that as the thing now. That's what beer goggles means.
Yeah. So are you now going to say, oh, man, I was so drunk, I didn't make any memories.
Yeah.
Not a single memory from last night. Crazy.
That's true. It doesn't really... It doesn't roll off the tongue as
or if someone's like, "Oh, you made out with Karen," they're like, "I don't remember that." You'd have to be like, "Oh my god, I didn't make a memory of that."
I should have memorized that,
but I didn't. My brain was incapable.
We were like, "Thank you for being factually correct about what happened that night with your brain." Anyway, it's interesting. I didn't have anything to go on.
You really paused as if to make a point.
Yeah.
And then just decided, nah.
I was just thinking, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
I still think it's very interesting.
It is.
That's what happens.
It is.
Just, you know.
It is one of those, the facts that you can bring out to seem like a real prick. It's the equivalent to when someone calls the monster Frankenstein, and you can be like, oh, well... Actually,
yeah,
the doctor is Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein's monster.
It's like that where you can be like, "Oh, you forgot, did you? Or did you just not make the memory?"
Yeah. Side story. Do you know what Frankenstein, aka Frankenstein's monster's name was meant to be?
In the book?
Yep.
No.
Welly. I know something that you don't know.
I'm sure you know many things that I don't know.
Oh, yeah, that's probably technically
just like correct. I'm sure I know many things you don't know.
Yeah.
People...
There was Nelson, that time that you got blackout drunk and didn't make memories of anything. And I was not that drunk.
Yeah.
And I memorized the whole night. There was that time. Yeah. So think about that.
What was Frankenstein's monster supposed to be called?
It was actually, I don't think it was actually called, but it was implied that its name was Adam.
Adam? Oh, that makes sense.
Like Adam and Eve.
Yeah. Because I know that it's called Frankenstein or the new Prometheus. Because it's kind of like alluring to the ancient Greek god of Prometheus.
Right.
Who was made into life.
Okay, yeah.
But, but so it's implied in the book that maybe the creature's name was Adam.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting because in the book, which in the book he tries to get him to make a female companion.
Yeah,
so maybe it is a bit of an Adam and Eve situation.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's the only.
So Mary Shelley's just a big hack. She just ripped off that other story.
Yeah.
We're on to you, Shelley. We're on to you.
I've read the Bible. I know that the same thing happens. I haven't read the Bible.
Yeah, and then remember the bit where Frankenstein's monster, or Adam.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound as good, does
it?
Yeah. Oh no, it's Adam.
It's Adam, look out!
But there's that bit towards the end of the book where he parts the Red Sea. I'm like, hang on.
Wait a second. I always love, I think it was on Reddit actually, a photo that somebody had gone to the back of the Frankenstein book and wrote, it's like he walks off into the distance or something like that. And it's like...
He does, yeah.
And as he was leaving, and they just wrote in pen, and as he was leaving, he said, hey, I know you want to call me Frankenstein and not Frankenstein Monster, and that's totally cool.
And I think that you could, because, spoiler alert for the book that was written in the 19th century, but Frankenstein dies
Yeah.
So he could be like, well, he's dead. I'll be Frankenstein now.
Yeah.
So I think it is fine to call him Frankenstein.
Okay. He just stole his identity.
Yeah. It's just a classic case of identity theft.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's what that book is about.
Yeah.
That book is just a classic case of identity theft in the end.
And the Bible.
And it's the Bible.
Anyway, I didn't really have more to say about that alcohol thing.
That's right. We did that cool riff on Frankenstein.
It's just very interesting. I actually had backup today. I have 2 more backup.
Okay.
Just because I knew that wasn't going to go anywhere. But I bet you there's tons of listeners going, well, that's bloody interesting. Unless, of course, they already read it on Reddit.
Or
in which case they're like, oh, I hope there's some good content to come out of this because I already have been impressed by the fact. So
yeah, or if you're listening to this and you're drunk, you're not going to make a memory of it anyway.
Oh, that's true. This one is by... Did I say who it was? Yeah, I did. Yeah. This one is by Morrison Hotel. Today I learned electricity was first installed in the White House in 1891. It was such a new concept that President Benjamin Harrison and his wife both refused to touch light switches due to their fear of electrocution. So the White House staff had to follow them around and turn the lights off and on for them.
Okay, interesting. So, I don't know enough about the history of the electricity and like the current wars. What was that called? Like between Tesla and Edison. Mm-hmm. And whether or not
I do, I know everything about it. So
okay, cool.
Shoot me a question.
In that year,
1890.
What was the predominant?
91. Yep, that's fine.
1891. Forgive me.
I'm just got all the facts.
Because that might drastically change this answer.
You're
right. What was the predominant form of electricity? Was it alternate current or was it direct current?
I think it was direct current.
So, because I remember there was a lot of fear mongering between the two about it, and maybe that played part in this. For instance, I know that Edison, being the best guy and he never did anything wrong, would electrocute elephants to death with alternate current.
Elephants? I knew he did dogs. He did
elephant. Yeah. He made a big thing of it, like in a town square.
What a jerk.
Yeah, and being like, look, the alternate current killed this elephant. It's like, no, you killed the elephant. Your means of death was alternate current. But do you think that played into it where they're like, elephant died, so I'm not going to turn off that switch?
I mean, I think so, definitely. Because I'm pretty sure alternate current didn't really get off the ground at all. I'm pretty sure it was always just direct current.
Oh, well, no, alternate current is a thing.
But not
in back then, yeah, right. Yeah. Edison tried to stomp it out for ages.
Yeah. So I think that, I think it was probably, you're right, that they were kind of fearful of that way. Maybe then Tesla kind of went back and said like, well, I could shock an elephant to death as direct current too. This is piles of dead elephant bodies.
I won't because I'm more decent. They're like, oh, he's scared, is he?
Yeah.
Doesn't think he could kill an elephant.
Yeah, that's right. But it's an interesting way. I think that I would be a little bit worried if I was a staff member of the White House, and they came in one day and they were like, just so you know, Benjamin Harrison and the president and his wife, they don't really like touching light switches because electrocution. Remember, Edison showed everybody that dead elephant. That was a problem. So, look, we just need you guys to kind of walk around and just think like, it's fine.
Yeah, well, this is what wouldn't help. They're like, we need you to turn on all the lights because they're scared it might be electrocuted. They're probably fine.
Yeah.
Most likely they're fine.
It's probably
but
fine.
In case they're not, you need to turn them on.
Yeah. There was definitely some racism involved here, wasn't there? Probably wasn't a white person, flicking the lights on and off. I have a feeling I'm going to read between the lines here and the time period.
That sounds like classic Harrison. If I know anything about Harrison, and I don't.
Yeah.
In fact, I had not really ever heard of him. But if he had have died via light switch, that isn't, of all the ways presidents have gone into the annals of history through their death. Lincoln shot at the theater. JFK assassinated in Dallas.
Yep.
Turning off a light switch is it's not a very presidential way to go out.
Yeah, you don't want to do it for the risk of sort of being embarrassed after death.
Yeah, because there was that president whose name I do not remember, but he was only in office for like 14 days and he died.
Oh, yeah.
He was quite sick.
That's right. Yeah, I remember.
And now everyone's like, ugh, what a dick.
Yeah, yeah.
What a dick.
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, it was just the fear of embarrassment. That's true. You definitely, I agree with that. There's tons of, there's that, that song and thing that came out, Dumb Ways to Die.
Yep.
That's traditionally about
train safety.
Train safety. But do you know what I was talking? Okay, this is just like gigantic side story.
Okay.
I was talking to a guy on Friday night, and he said he was an animator and for a company. And he said he ended up animating Dumb Ways to Die 3, the app game.
Yeah.
That he said was just made tons of money all around the world.
It did, yeah.
He was like, it was such a weird... Yeah, we were just talking about how it's such a weird concept that it came out of this weird train safety app.
Okay, so I guess we should, for context in case anyone's listening overseas.
No, but I think it's reached overseas.
Okay.
But
they might not know. This originally started
Yeah.
as an ad for Metro Trains, which is not even just the Australian, but the Melbourne train line. And it was just a catchy little song. The song itself went viral.
Yeah.
But it was always intended to be an ad for the Melbourne Train Organisation.
Yeah, yeah. It was like, don't stick your head in a beehive, something like that.
Yeah.
And then the end one was like, don't park over the train tracks, or something like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting how it became such a big hit. And it was also written by a member of the Cat Empire.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Ollie something. Ollie Oleson.
The amount of information people half get on this show. We said there was some president who we don't remember that died very early.
Yeah, he died
That
quickly.
song was written by someone from the Cat Empire, probably Ollie something.
Yeah.
They're almost facts that we give.
Pretty close. And you know what? I think they should appreciate that.
Yeah, because here's what we'll claim, Nelson. We're encouraging people to go and research it themselves. We're giving them the tease.
Yeah.
We could tell you who it was from the Cat Empire, but that doesn't mean you're not going to Google it.
Yeah, you could learn more by Googling it and finding out. We're kind of like educational clickbait. You won't believe the facts about this story.
You would not believe which member of the Cat Empire it was.
Yeah.
And you won't believe it on this show because we won't say it.
We don't tell you. Yeah. We're only ever the title of clickbait.
Yeah,
you can't actually delve further through our program.
To be fair, often I click on clickbait and it really doesn't give me the information it was promising anyway.
Yeah, that's right. It's something like completely different anyway.
Yeah, it's like the time I saw one, it's like, the safest airline in the world's been revealed. You won't believe who it is. And I was like, all right. So I clicked in and it was like, it's Qantas.
Yeah.
No, I would believe that.
It's very believable.
You told me I wouldn't believe it.
If it was something weird like the Rex Outback Airline, I would be like, oh yeah, that's pretty strange.
I'm struggling to believe it. But Qantas, famous for their safety records.
Would have been my go-to, in fact.
If you said name a different airline, it would take me at least, I reckon, 10 seconds before I said, like, Qatar Air.
Yeah.
Virgin.
All right. I do have another today, but whatever. Let's just go to shower thoughts.
Shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts, shower thoughts.
You know what I appreciate about that theme?
Yep.
Remember for a while, Australia was in water restrictions and they were saying have quick showers.
Yeah.
That theme song. Over in a flash. We didn't waste any time in that shower.
Yep.
Wasting water when we didn't need to.
If you should really time your shower to that theme song. You get in, press play.
Yeah.
By the time it's over, you better be out, buddy. Swear to God.
Yeah.
You might need to shampoo and conditioner at the same time.
Yeah, get one of those combo ones. That
Yeah,
does
yeah. You really need to shave off
Yeah.
a lot of time. It's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
quick shower. Right. Here's a shower thought for you. This is by My Penguin Shrugged.
Okay.
Nuclear war is like bringing a hand grenade to a knife fight on an elevator. I mean, well, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just wondering. I thought it was a good point, but then I started thinking about, but why is it a knife fight? I mean, it's still a gunfight. You're bringing a grenade in the elevator to a gunfight. We're using guns now. We've stopped using knives and spears many years ago. I think people would be amazed if it was like back in the time when people were just using spears and somebody had a grenade. They'd be like, what the hell's that?
I take umbrage with the fact it says on an elevator.
And not in an elevator.
Yeah, because I'm now picturing them in the shaft of an elevator.
Yeah, well, still, I mean, same thing.
It's still damaging.
Imagine if
isn't it?
you're at the top floor of an elevator, the grenade goes off. Maybe you cover yourself enough to not do as much damage, but it breaks the strings in the elevator, and then you're hurtling towards the ground.
Just like the world.
I think
after
that's
nuclear war.
the exact metaphor that we're going for. But the idea of nuclear war seems super dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm scared for somebody to not realize that is like the consequence of sending a nuke. Because I feel like you're almost desensitized to the idea of like war in some sense.
Yeah. It's gotten to the point now where if someone's mad enough, they'll be like, "Oh, I'll do it. I'll end the world.
Yeah, that's right.
I'll blow the whole thing up."
It literally only takes one person. You're like, okay, you've just like, I'm pretty sure one nuclear bomb at this stage with the, advancements in science and making them much larger than they used to be, like Hiroshima and stuff.
Yeah. But it's not
like
even. It's not even that.
20
It's
times
like
that.
if North Korea, they're the whipping boy, aren't they, of nuclear weapons?
Yeah,
they're the ones everyone's like, "Oh, please, stop it.
Hey, put that down.
But I think it's also, if they were to send one, then everyone's like, all right, well, this is what we're doing now. And then everyone sends theirs, and that's...
Yeah.
Because it's not that it's like that one will be so big it'll wipe out the world. It's that it will then become...
nuclear war,
Yeah.
you mean? Yeah. I was making the point that I actually don't... I mean, I don't know. But I don't think that that's how it would go down.
Yeah.
Because I think that's kind of the point, right? Is that if you have one person that's dumb enough to be like, I'm going to send a nuclear missile.
Yeah.
Then you have to have people that are equally dumb that say, okay, let's blow up them with a nuclear missile.
Yeah.
I think that it is the fact that, one, these days, I'm pretty sure, I've just like read somewhere that the devastation of one is actually enough just to fuck up the world now.
Yeah.
Like it didn't used to be so big a catastrophe, but even if one just went off, it would totally destroy the world in like instant. I think it would be super strange. I think, like, let's say it happened.
Yep.
North Korea shot a nuke to America.
Yep.
And America responded with a nuke to North Korea, but the president got out or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a very specific scenario here. I think that president would be super ridiculed for the same thing.
Yeah.
Just being like, what did you think that was going to accomplish? Like, I don't know. Like, I think you would obviously have a response immediately of like every single army in the world just in an instant, like airstriking the shit out of that country. And, I think that would be the retaliation. But I'd be surprised if it was like nukes everywhere.
You know what would be interesting is if the first nuclear attack comes from Sweden.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh my God, they look so neutral, but is that what they've been cooking up this whole time?
I think, actually, you're right. You're on the money.
Yeah.
But they are so innocent
Yeah.
that even after they do it, we'd be like, "Hey, Sweden, did you do this?" They'd be like, "No,
It wasn't us.
we definitely didn't do
Yeah.
that.
We're just over here doing the furniture.
Look at history, mate. All right? We've done nothing.
Yeah. Where's the precedent that would ever do this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We're such nice people.
Yeah.
Good IKEAs everywhere.
Yeah. What? And they were like, what are the knives for? Don't worry.
Don't
Don't worry about the knives.
I
I knew we shouldn't have made the knives.
And then they're like,
Have some
here,
of our
one.
world-famous
And
chocolate.
They show you how blunt it is. And they're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, yeah, we get it.
What are we going to do with the corkscrew?
Yeah.
But then, here's the thing. The launch key?
No, it came from a corkscrew.
Corkscrew.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's the bit everyone makes fun of on the knife, isn't it? Everyone's like, oh, corkscrew. Yeah, good one,
Corkscrew.
idiots.
But they're
How are you going to
all
win a war with
keys
that?
to
All right, how are we going to
nuclear
win a war with it? With nuclear weapons.
Yeah, think about that, mate.
Mm.
They probably wouldn't say mate in that aggressive tone.
Yeah. Whatever the translative Swedish is.
I'm so afraid of Sweden now. This could be devastating. So anyway,
Also,
do you know what I think? Right,
their flag is a
This
big cross, right?
No, that's Switzerland.
Again.
Oh my god! You've
Again.
done it again. Wait, and is Switzerland? Because Switzerland's also been pretty neutral. So
Yeah.
has Sweden been as neutral as Switzerland?
I don't know.
But
Nelson,
I
I
know
can't
the
tell the
Sweden
difference
flag
between
is
them.
It's like yellow and light blue. I think.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. I got the flag thing.
Yeah. No, but the thing is, like, I know all the individual assets of both, but I just keep in
They're
my
very
head
confusing.
which one applies to which. I can picture both flags just fine.
Yeah. Look, they're both a danger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we didn't speak about the knives, which is definitely from Switzerland.
Yeah, Swiss.
And we were talking about Sweden. We've both done it again. Oh my god, this is such an embarrassment to ourselves.
I know. I thought the 115th I'd have it.
Oh god.
But it's going to take me another 115 to get there.
I blame you for this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, that's fair.
I would just not mention either of them. You had to bring them up.
Make it a point on the show to not mention Sweden or Switzerland.
Yeah, we'll get very confused.
Yeah.
Or can we call them like Switzerland? Switzerland.
Switzerland, yeah.
So everybody just says we're talking about both of them.
Or one of them, but who knows?
Yeah. I can't believe we did that. That's so ridiculous. Okay. I have another thought for you. This is by Hijalma111. I think we've had this person before. Maybe there are multiple souls in our body, but you're the most powerful one, so you have control over your body, and the voices you hear in your head are just weaker souls talking to you.
What?
It's like,
That is the rambling of someone that has voices in their head.
That's an insane person. You know what?
You know those voices you get in your head and they're always telling you to do different things. It's like you have different personalities in it. Maybe that's your soul, but you're the powerful soul, but it's the other souls.
You know, it's like when people talk about, I don't know, like peeing in the shower or something, right? Where it's kind of a secret until you realize, pretty much everybody does it. So, you know, and you just kind of accept, everybody does this, whatever. I'm still not going to talk about it, but everybody does it.
Yeah. It's it's like, are you trying to say that this is something that they assume that everyone does?
Yeah, he's like, people have voices talking to them all the time in their head. And it's probably just other souls, am I right, guys? Doesn't that make a funny joke?
Yeah.
Funny joke. I was just thinking about that. Well, one of the voices told me that. But, oh boy, is that funny.
Yeah, it'd be like, when you're having sex and she starts peeling skin off your arm, right?
Yeah.
And everyone looks at you like, right?
Right?
Right? She said everyone does it. Right.
I found sex to be very painful.
Can you message this guy?
I think I should message the guy and be like, hey, maybe you should, I don't know, take some medication or something.
Talk to someone. Not to the other voice.
Not to the other voice. Not to the souls. They're not good for you. All right, here's another one. This is by The Shakespeare 101.
Yep.
Waiting lines on hotlines would be so much more interesting if the system would simply connect you to another caller that is waiting.
Oh, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I had to call Vic Roads the other day, like the governmental industry, to get my license renewed.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to be talking to other people that have to visit Vic Roads.
Yeah.
Because I've seen them before. The Flash.
Why is it? That's so true. So this is like the DMV in America.
Yeah. Our equivalent,
Yeah. And why is it that it just accumulates the weirdest people?
The weirdest people.
I don't understand
why. Why are they all driving?
Why are they all driving? None of them should have their license. Maybe that's why, though. They keep going to try and resit their test.
Yeah. That's why they're always there, because they keep failing there.
Still not this time. But they're so strange and they get really aggressive real easy. Like, I think the jokes about, like the DMV and Vic Roads are being like terrible service and stuff, I don't think that's true. I think it's like the horrible people that...
I called them on the phone. They were very lovely. The wait was a little long.
Yeah.
But they were great. Because I wasn't a weirdo.
Yeah, they're dealing with all the weirdos.
I said I need to renew my license. They said, cool.
Yeah.
I will send it to you.
That's like the other day, we had to vote.
Yeah.
And I lined up in a line. There was people that it was taking a really long time. It was really strange. I was like, and I was doing a absent vote, right?
Yeah.
So I wasn't voting in the right district. So they had to kind of log into computers.
Yeah.
Whereas normally if you go, there's like a manual station. It's very easy to like kind of look up. I was like, maybe they got really slow internet. It's a government thing. Of course it's slow internet.
Yeah.
And then I was waiting there for ages, and there was a lady in front of me getting like really angry. And for one, I was like, "Calm down. What do you care so much? Like, you haven't gone to your right district.
Yeah.
There's like more people in this line than anywhere." I was just like, "Calm the F down, lady." And anyway, so I finally get to the front, and I sit down. They're like, "Last name?" Tell my last name.
Yep.
They're like, yep, first name, tell them that. And what district are you from? Tell them that. Okay, cool. Grab me some forms. Here's how you fill it in, and that's it. Done. I guarantee you, I spent like 90% less time than every other person. What the F was everybody doing?
Yeah.
I don't understand. It was such a like unbelievably simple process. It wasn't the slow internet like I thought. I just assumed that was like the issue, but it was so quick and it was so easy. I was like, some people are just morons. And I think that's the same for like Vic Roads, people that just get angry for like, no real reason.
There's people that get very angry at bureaucracy just for being bureaucracy.
Yeah, I think that's right.
They're like, oh, you're here to vote. All right, well, just need to look you up in the system. Oh, bloody look me up in the system.
There you go. So I'm on a system now, huh? What if the terrorists got that, huh? But
you got all this information. What do you, bloody got my income on there? Yes.
Yes. You filled that in for a census. I think there's just so it's right. People hate the red tape of the system.
But my point is, I don't want to talk to anyone on that phone line.
Yeah, I think it'd be terrible. I think
anything government related, hard pass.
Yeah,
I'll listen to the piano.
Yeah. No, I think any other circumstance as well is because, like, okay, if this happened, right, the first thing I would do, I think is, well, if I'm a business first, I'm going to assume that all the customers calling to complain about their problems are going to get on the phone to each other, and it's just going to like amplify the situation. And they're going to complain about how long they've been on the phone for together. Just like amplify the time. Like, I've been on the phone for 10 minutes. Oh, I've been on the phone for 10 minutes. That's 20 minutes of waiting.
Because I thought I had one, but now you've poked a big hole in it. Because originally I was going to say, if it was like a travel agent or something, you had to wait, and they could connect it to someone, you could be like, hey, where are you going?
Yeah, okay.
Stuff like that. Yeah. But now I've realized that the big danger here is they could be like, oh, where are you going? I'm going to Hawaii. I mean, how much you pay for your tickets? $700. What? I paid $3,000 for my tickets. And then when you get on the phone, you're fuming.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. That's true. Or something like horrible, like, oh, I was calling because I went on a trip last week and the travel insurance that we bought was totally bogus. Didn't cover us for anything. No, but I think, okay, this is exactly what I would do.
Okay.
Right? They implement this system.
Yeah.
I call up and it says, oh, you're on the waiting line. We've got this new system. We're going to connect you to another customer.
Yeah.
And it connects through. And then I say, hello, this is Nelson from the travel agent you're calling. Mm-hmm. And they're like, oh, thanks. I've been waiting on the phone for ages. And I go, cool. Just need to start with your credit card details and your date of birth and, all the other stuff that you need to get. And they would be like, okay, sure. Because they just assume, unless, especially when it's first introduced, like maybe there's special tones or something. It's like, oh, this identifies that you're now connected with the right person.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I just scam the people on the other end. But you have to work really quickly before they end up getting through to the right people.
Yeah, so your voice recording will be like, need to start with your credit card number. Quickly, come on.
Yeah.
Quick, hurry.
What are you doing?
Hurry up.
You've been waiting on this phone for ages. Why don't you have it ready? I'd scam a few people, I think.
Yeah, you'd get a couple.
Yeah. Cool. So if you could implement that, that'd be great.
See what I can do. I'll see what I can do.
I've got one last one here.
Okay.
That was just a quick one. This is by Ajetterden Slapobelly. Instead of trying to make Mars hospitable, it would be easier to prevent the Earth from becoming inhospitable.
Yeah, this is the point many people are trying to make.
Yeah, I actually totally disagree with this.
Okay.
I think you have way fewer people arguing about, hey, we shouldn't make Mars hospitable. You've got tons more people on Earth that are actively defying that we are making Earth inhospitable.
Yeah.
So you have to convince like a ton more people that to change their ways so completely. Like, we need to reduce the population, which means reduced like money. The top 1% of the world won't rule anymore, and they'll be like, I don't really want that. And the idea of I think China, right, for a long time tried to have people, they could only have one child, and that didn't do very well.
No.
And I think it led to a lot of like backyard abortions.
It did, yeah, and especially people having daughters. Because that doesn't carry on your family name as much. People were,
that's right.
It was not a good situation.
Which is probably not as big a problem in like more Western society, because I don't think that's as big a thing.
Yeah.
But still, it just caused so many problems. So to try and cull the population is like going to be such a huge issue.
Yeah.
And we haven't even started talking about that, right?
Yeah.
I don't even think that's come up really in the main conversations of trying to save the world.
Or culling the population.
Yeah, culling the population, cutting it down by generations. So could you imagine that argument? Like, god damn, that would just, that just seems like a bummer. I know there's there is a thing, like a name for the point in which the Earth has too large a population.
Yeah.
And it's actually about like using the resources on the Earth. Like, there won't be enough. You just physically won't be able to feed everybody.
Yeah.
And I definitely think that's really interesting.
Yeah.
But it's like the theory's already out there, but it's not really the main topic of conversation at the moment. So, can you imagine that we we're all reducing our greenhouse gas emissions, and then they're like, okay, that's great that we're doing that, but just by the way, we also need to do, start culling the population. So, it's like a whole new battle. And by that time, you could have terraformed Mars.
Yeah, okay. So you're thinking by the time we sorted all of this out, you could have nuked Mars, get that atmosphere.
Yeah. And I think it would be like, it's just more like it would be, Earth will perhaps never end up becoming better, because I think we would just always
give up.
We'll just reach the point where we're too far gone, and it's like, oh well, the Earth is just going to end. That's kind of going to be it. There'll just be like an apocalypse type ending, and that's the way the Earth will go. I just feel like that's the way it's going. And but Terraforming Mars. Nobody's doing anything there.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, you've convinced me.
Okay, cool. All right, let's get into Ask Reddit.
Ask Reddit.
This Ask Reddit is by Bill Bobo-Yo. Bill Bob-Yo, actually. We might have had this question before. If you woke up in 2000 BC, what technology could you invent from scratch?
Oh, 2000 BC. I might become Jesus really early, I think. I'll be like, who's your current god? Yeah, I'm his son.
Okay.
And they're like, oh, you're the son. I don't know enough about history to know.
Yeah, that's
a big problem. It would also depend. That's why I ask who's your god. But it would also depend because I think obviously different cultures would also have different gods. So I could only be one of their sons.
Yeah.
Until that sham is done, then I'll go to a different culture. Like, cool, who's your god?
Yeah.
Right, cool. I'm his son. How
would you convince them? Aside from just saying, I'm his son, which don't get me wrong, that worked the first time.
Yeah. I think in 2000 BC, literally anything, probably. Even the complexion I have, I think would be like, this is otherworldly, because I imagine where like in 2000 BC, it was a lot of civilization was in the Middle East at that point still.
Right.
So
sure, I'll give it that. That sounds about right.
Everyone would have a far darker complexion, like people from the Middle East too. Yeah. So I'd be like, look at me, I am translucent and white.
Yeah.
So I think that would give me credit.
Okay, yeah, that's probably pretty,
not unlike modern society.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm white.
Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
For thousands of years. For 4,000 years, nothing has changed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good.
And I bet you I could be like, I've invented a new calendar system. Look, it's 12 months. I will call them.
Yeah,
and I'll just keep inventing very basic things very early, and they're like, how does he have this intelligence?
Okay, yeah, that's pretty solid with the idea of calendar. Actually, I like that. I like that way of thinking, because it would still be hard. Like I couldn't identify at what point in the year we're at any given point, right? Like it's kind of hard. Like today, I'm like, oh, okay, it's a little warmer, so it's probably summertime. Like
it's either the end of the year or the start of a different year.
Yeah. So I feel like that I could just be a bit confused from that.
Yeah,
it would take me a while to like sort of nail down and then the leap year thing. I think would be hard to, I don't know, convince people of.
Yeah, that would be.
Because I know...
And daylight savings?
Yeah, because I know the idea that a day is just a tiny bit over 24 hours, which is why we have leap year.
Occasionally they all add up, yeah.
But like, I can't prove that the Earth is just slightly over. And then and even the concept of time, I wouldn't be able to like invent that, I think.
Yeah, because
I'd be like, okay,
invent to watch.
1, 2, 3, count to 60. I'm like, okay, that's about a minute.
That's what I'm going to call a minute.
Yeah.
And
everybody just sort of do it at that.
And they're like, why 60? And you'd be like, cause
it works.
And then if you do enough of them, that's an hour. How many of them? Also 60.
Yeah. Okay, so 60 hours in a day? No. 24 and a bit.
And then there'll be 24 days in a month. Sometimes
it's very confusing.
Sometimes they're 31. One of them's 28.
That is actually the confusing part.
Yeah.
As well, because I don't remember that little jingle that helps you remember.
Yeah.
So they'd ask me, and I would have no idea. But do you know what I do? I would change it so that it was, what is it?
There's a concept for a new calendar, which I believe works out that it is every month is exactly 4 weeks, and there's 13 months. Is that right?
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, someone had proposed that as a new version of the calendar, which it's just much more neat and streamlined. And
Yeah. So okay, that's good. I like
And
that.
just
I'm
think-
glad you thought about that because I was like, technology. I don't know. I don't think I
I'll
can
pull
do
out my
anything.
iPhone.
So- yeah, that's right. I would like. I don't know. I feel like I would just try and make the stupidest things.
Yeah.
Like I would try like far too hard to work something out. Like I don't know, like a watch or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd be like, I have no idea where to start, but that was the first thing my brain went to, and I'm just going to try and invent a watch now because I've seen like a YouTube video where they put one together once.
Yeah, it would be hard as well if you're like, oh, geez, what year am I in? 2000 BC. They're like, what do you mean BC?
Yeah, that's true.
Before what? You're like, I can't tell you technically.
Yeah, I don't want to say it.
That's just what I'm calling it, but you don't call it that.
Yeah. All right, here's another one.
All right.
This is by Ed's Last Boy. Everyone stops physically aging after 24, but still has the same lifespan. How does life change?
Oh, okay. So you stop 8. So you're still physically
Yeah.
quite fit and
Yeah, I guess. I still
Yeah.
feel like you can still change your fitness level, so to speak.
yeah.
But it's like just all the organs in your body don't age, but they can still be like manipulated.
how do
if
you
that makes
die
sense.
then?
I think that it gets to the point and you turn to ash.
Right. Everyone on their 88th birthday turns to ash.
Turns to ash.
Yeah.
That's it. So
Okay, I am actually more on board with that version because it makes sense biologically at least.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't that you just turn to ash, but
Yeah.
I understand that. Yeah, you are still at your physical peak,
yeah.
or you can change your fitness level and whatnot.
Did I mention that in 2000 BC, I invented a device where you can only age to 24, but then it stores all your oldness in a thing in your body, and then you turn to dust.
Right, that's pretty good.
That's what I invented.
They don't even have that now.
I
so
know.
that's pretty good.
I was really struggling
Yeah.
in 2000 BC, so I just made something totally new. Yeah. So I think it's a very interesting concept because I think it's interesting in terms of like relationship.
Yeah. Okay. Or do you think that helps relationships? Because I can imagine there must be many like marriages that break down, and when they got married and they're all very young and attractive and healthy.
Yeah.
But you've watched your partner kind of I was going to say deteriorate, but that's a very harsh way to put that.
Yeah.
But like they've let themselves go and they've whatever. But do you think that staying young and healthy might actually help relationships?
Well, I sort of think along a similar line is what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
Where normally you might get into a relationship, and it might take quite some time, like maybe like 10, 15 years or something, before you're like, I'm really actually miserable in this relationship.
Yeah.
And so you're going to end it, and you get a divorce or whatever.
Yeah.
And you go through that process. And then I thought maybe it's then harder to find another like partner
Okay.
after that because you've aged so much, and essentially the pool is a lot bigger, right?
Yep.
Because everybody looks 24. Normally you're only looking for people around your age.
Yeah.
But theoretically, you could you could be in your 50s and date somebody that's recently 24.
That's
but it wouldn't
true.
be that kind of weird.
Yeah,
Like
like it'd only be weird if you're like, oh, look at that couple, and you're like, yeah, but that guy's 50, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
yeah.
he
Yeah, that's
looks
right.
good.
But see, I think that wouldn't even be
Yeah.
a thing. I think people would just become so used to it that it's like not strange that much older people are with much younger people.
That's interesting.
And it would always be like I think we would all be determined like by our or be judged more so on our what's the right word, like our values and our like demeanor and our grown upness.
Maturity.
That's Oh my god, that's terrible.
It's an embarrassing episode.
The whole time I was trying to think of the word maturity, and I was like, I don't know. You know, when you're like grown up. But yeah, I think there would be like a level of maturity. You know.
Yep. Here's what would be a bit confusing. You've met a girl, right? This girl's called Sarah. She's just turned 24.
Yep.
She's like, I'm going to bring you home and I'm going to introduce you to my older sister and my mum.
Yeah.
How do you know which one is which?
You don't. You bloody don't.
Yeah. That I feel like that is a confusing dynamic because her mum could be equally as attractive to you.
Yeah, because they quite often look the same, like mother and child or father and son. So,
because you know how people there was like, oh, you know, look at the mother or look at the father because that's what they're gonna look like when you're older.
Yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
they look great.
There would be way more incestuous threesomes.
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
or just incest. Let's call
a spade a spade. That would happen. That would happen. I also think people would dress better as well because 24, you're kind of at your physical peak.
Yep.
And I feel like a lot of people in their middle age and often go, oh, I'll give up. What's the point? I don't look as good anymore. I'll just wear cargo shorts everywhere. But if you look good, you'd probably want to be like, I'm going to get jeans that fit me well, and I'm going to get, you know. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, perhaps I think you're right. There's like this element of people sort of giving up on their goals because they feel like they're get a bit older. Yeah. And I'm not saying that for people that are older than me. I mean, even myself.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like, I know it's so much harder to like lose weight and gain muscle from when I was even in my late teens when I was a bit more fit. So I'm kind of like, you know, I've been more inclined to give up and just be like, oh, it's a bit too much effort. Like I probably won't get to the shape I was all those years ago, so I'll just kind of give up. So, yeah, I reckon there's something in that maybe people would be more, fit in general
as well. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Points, Cambo. You know what's also interesting?
Tell me.
Podnapping.
Oh my God! I'm being podnapped. Podnapping.
Yes, this is a new segment of our show where we steal a segment or topic of conversation from another podcast we've listened to throughout the week.
Yep.
It's my turn this week, and so this is from the podcast movie podcast.
Okay.
It's a real one.
Yeah.
We're doing a show, can we? So,
podcast, movie, podcast.
No, I think I said podcast, maybe podcast.
Okay, sorry,
yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh, sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, but podcast, movie, podcast doesn't exist, Nelson.
Yeah.
But you said podcast, movie, podcast. Yeah. I've seen it in the iTunes chart.
So, okay, the reason for the hesitation, not lie, was because I was listening to Hey Riddle, which is the one I used not last week but the week before.
Yeah.
And they did another thing. They actually had somebody come in, and what they did... Oh, you can't say that.
Oh, so yeah.
And they had somebody come in, and they did this thing where they put a tagline of a movie into a Japanese translator, and they translated it back to English and the Japanese, and they keep doing it. Apparently there's like a website that just does it instantly, and it translates like a gazillion times until it doesn't translate anymore.
Right.
And so like you just get the same phrase every time.
Yep.
And I thought that was interesting, but I actually just preferred the idea of just giving the taglines and then them trying to guess the movies.
Sure.
I thought the translation thing was just like, I don't know, unnecessary.
Right, another level that wasn't needed.
Yeah. So I decided to, and I know you might be surprised with this.
You listened to movie podcast movie, or whatever it's called.
Podcast movie podcast.
Yeah. And you thought, they've done this wrong. I will improve upon it.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, I mean, yeah. Something like that is true. So
Okay, so you're going to read me taglines, and I need to tell you what
and
the movie
you need
is?
to tell me what the movie is.
Okay. What do you think my chances are?
Pretty high.
Okay.
Okay,
alright.
some of them are actually a bit older.
Yeah.
And some I think are a bit obscure. I think
Yeah.
there are some that are easy.
And I find...
I wouldn't get a lot of these, I think,
I
but you're
find
different.
The older the movie, the more obvious it would become.
Possibly.
Like sometimes in the 40s, they're like, it's the spectacular Orson Welles movie you've heard so much about where he plays Citizen Kane.
Yeah, right.
What was that the tagline for?
Yeah.
But now it's just like, game on.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's true. Sure. If you want to go with that level of confidence.
No,
No. You've been very confident in the fact that you can get these because they're a bit older. They're not all that old, but I don't know, some.
Right.
Like 90s movies sort of thing.
Okay, yeah.
There's a few 2000s. But yeah, some
Yeah,
80s.
I legitimately, I'm not sure how I'll go with this. I don't think taglines are necessarily my strength, but it may be something that I've
But
just...
you watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
and stuff, so.
But I don't look at a lot of posters all the time.
Well-
But it might be something that just via osmosis.
I think that's true. I think some of them, if you think about them a bit, you'll end up getting them. Anyway, let's just freaking get into it.
Okay.
Rather than just keep talking about how we think you're going to go. Okay. This first tagline is... I feel like you might have seen this on my phone, but anyway.
Okay. No, I didn't. I legitimately
Okay.
didn't see anything.
Okay. The longer you wait, the harder it gets.
Is that... I think this is a movie I watched just last week.
Oh, okay.
Is this the 40-year-old virgin?
It is a 40-year-old
Yeah,
version.
okay.
Ding, 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 ding. I don't have a sound effect. I should have. That would have been great. Pretty hilarious, that one.
Yeah. It's good. It's clever.
Here's another one. I think you should get this.
Yeah.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
That's Alien.
Easy peasy.
Yeah,
Easy peasy one.
Also a very famous tagline.
Yeah. Do you know... Okay, I actually didn't put this one down. I don't know why. I'm going to do it now. But do you know what the tagline is for the movie Be Afraid, Be Very Afraid?
Be afraid. What movie that's tagline for?
Yeah.
Be
It's
afraid,
tagline,
be
yeah.
very afraid.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Because you've heard that a lot, right?
Yeah.
Like people say, be afraid, be very afraid. You know, like
Yeah.
something
Is
along those lines.
It seems like it would be like a Nightmare on Elm Street or
like a
something.
really common one. It's from the movie The Fly.
Really?
And I just thought that was so odd. And that's why I didn't put it in here, because I was like, even though that's kind of I don't know, feel like something you'd hear. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's go into the other ones.
Okay.
You won't believe your eye.
You won't believe your eye.
Mm-hmm.
And you said these are all kind of 90s and 2000s?
Yeah. This would be, like early 2000s, I think.
You won't believe your eye.
I hope.
Before
2010, I reckon.
Yeah, I'm assuming it has something to do with Cyclops.
Yes. See, some of these you can feel
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the right path.
No, but I bet there's going to be something really simple. But the only movie from the top of my head I can think of that has a Cyclops in it is a movie called Jack the Giant Slayer.
No. There's something else. So obvious.
I know.
Do you know, this is very much like the 2 weeks ago when I was doing the riddles and I got all the answers. I like this quite a lot.
Yeah, you like this power.
Yeah. Give up.
Yep.
Monsters, Inc.
Okay, yep. Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski.
So what was the tagline?
You won't believe your eye. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't suit the movie at all.
No, and also that I would argue that Sully is the main character of that movie.
And he has two eyes.
And he has two eyes.
Yeah. No, but he was like, I think they kind of sold it on Mike. You know, he was like the comedic one.
Yeah.
So, anyway. I think you might get this one. Here Comes the Bride. It's a little bit obscure.
Yeah, okay. I feel like the problem with that is such a generic tagline that could be so many movies.
Yeah.
Like, it could be a rom-com Runaway Bride. It could be Bride of Chucky. It could be Bride of Frankenstein. Like, it would fit so many movies.
Yes. Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. I think it's almost being like a little bit ironic or something.
A little bit ironic.
Or like...
Oh, is it Kill Bill?
It's Kill Bill.
Okay.
Yeah. Volume 1. That's good. I'm glad you got that.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that what? The Bitch is Back.
The bitch is back. I know this one.
Yeah.
Um,
I was surprised that this was the tagline to the film, but I felt like you might get it.
the bitch is back.
Should I have a timer? Because this could get real boring.
Am I? Because this is a pretty famous. Am I allowed to request a hint?
Okay. It's not the first or second one.
Is it to do with Alien 3?
It is Alien 3.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, that was incorrect because you said...
Is it to do with it? Yeah.
Sorry, that's a negative. But I thought that was just a funny tagline. The bitch
Yeah,
is
yeah,
back.
it's
Isn't
true.
that so weird?
Because it's a different alien. You're right.
Oh,
in
is it
Alien
really?
3.
Oh,
yeah. She kills the one in Aliens.
Yeah.
Which she calls the bitch, and then Alien 3 is a different alien.
Oh,
so the bitch
so
isn't back.
it's not
it
back.
should be like, there is a new bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Earth. It was fun while it lasted.
Is that Independence Day?
Nope.
Is it 2012?
Nope.
Is it one of the Roland Emmerich The World is Ending movies?
I don't know
Day
who
After
Roland
Tomorrow?
Emmerich is, but
Day After Tomorrow?
keep going.
If Earth was fun while it lasted. Is it like Mars Attacks?
Nope.
I can't think of any other big disaster movies.
It's a pretty big one.
What have
Actually, don't even know if
what have I
seen
mentioned?
this.
I've mentioned Independence Day, 2012, Day After Tomorrow, Mars Attacks, Armageddon.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Armageddon. Okay. Earth, take a good look. It could be your last.
Deep Impact.
Nope.
Okay. Have I mentioned it?
Yes.
Mars Attacks.
Nope.
2012.
No, it's Independence Day.
okay.
I'm sorry. You got that one wrong. So, but I'd put those ones one after the other just to trip you up. Okay, the true story of a real fake. By the way, I have a lot of these. I'm finding them very entertaining.
True story of a real fake. Is that Catch Me If You Can?
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Escape or die frying.
Die frying. Is that like Sausage Party?
Nope.
Okay. Escape or Die Frying. Is that Waiting?
Nope.
The movie about the people who work in the restaurants? Because that would make sense in that movie.
Sure.
You either escape the job because it's about sucking on dead on job.
Yeah.
Die Frying. Is it about food?
It's before the food is dead.
Before the food is dead.
It was
Okay.
Chicken Run.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty clever.
You know what?
Yeah.
Give those guys some credit. That's pretty clever.
Yeah, that's good.
Just because they serve you doesn't mean they like you.
That's Clex.
I knew you'd get that one. I knew it. I bet you there's some people at home like, I don't know.
Well, because that was famously in huge letters on the poster, almost bigger than the word clerks.
Oh, right.
Was that phrase? And I think people actually mistook that for the title of the film.
The correct answer is you knew that because you're a nerd.
Yep.
Because nobody knew that on the poster that was bigger. The fact that you explained it just confirmed. The last man on Earth is not alone.
I Am Legend.
Correct.
Yeah.
He has a dog.
Yeah, and also there's creatures.
No, I
Also
think,
that-
I think it's the dog. I think they're
also
referring to the dog.
woman and the child.
There's so many people.
Yeah.
Reality is a thing of the past.
Reality is a thing of the past. There's two ways we could go with this.
Yep.
It's either time travel because of past, or reality like it's some kind of like computer game, like a Ready Player One or something like that.
I would argue. Do you want a hint?
Is
or
it The
not?
Matrix?
It is the Matrix.
Okay, yeah. I would. Yeah, that's kind of a computer, I guess. The Matrix. It's a simulation.
Yeah. Okay. See our family and feel better about yours.
See our family and feel better about yours. Okay. Is it like the Addams Family?
Nope.
Is it the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yes. No.
Okay.
I guess that kind of applies. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. The thing is, dysfunctional family is such a trope of movies that this doesn't.
This is the most dysfunctional family.
The most
dysfunctional family.
The family from Game of Thrones that sleep with each other.
The Simpsons movie.
Is it really?
Yes.
Wow. I thought the tagline for that would just be like, "It's The Simpsons, but a movie."
Yeah.
You're like, oh, cool.
yeah.
See
That's
our
true.
family.
Why didn't they go with that?
Really, see our family feel better about your own. Huh.
Yeah.
There you go.
The thing that won't die in the nightmare that won't end.
Is that one of the Nightmare on Elm Street movies?
No, this one's a little bit
Really?
obscure. Don't think horror.
Okay, so
maybe
the thing
more
that won't die in the
I don't know.
nightmare that won't end.
Nightmare's
Jeez.
going to throw you off, I
Yeah.
think. Don't think about nightmare.
Okay, the thing that won't die.
Yep.
So it's
But
about.
don't think...
I'm gonna throw in the towel. What is this?
The Terminator.
What?
Yep. Yep. Terminator 1.
Okay.
The thing that won't die and the nightmare that won't end.
Okay. He does die. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Gets crushed by a big machine.
Oh, but then there's Terminator 2.
It's a different machine.
Explain that.
Just like the bitch
Oh my god, was that a
isn't-
different machine?
Yes.
I was so confused. Okay, you've got 4 more.
Okay.
I really like
I hope
these.
this is fun for people.
Yeah, I
listening.
think this is good entertainment.
Hopefully they're playing along and they're being like, "Oh, that was
Yeah.
obviously the Simpsons movie camper, you idiot."
You fucking idiot. Okay, a lively comedy about a guy who isn't.
Oh, that is Weekend at Bernie's?
Yep.
Yep.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll hurl.
You'll laugh, you'll cry, you'll hurl. Is it like... What came to mind was Monty Python and the Meaning of Life.
Oh, yeah, that's actually a good thought process. I mean,
Yeah.
it's wrong. Totally
Yeah,
wrong.
so wrong.
But good thought process.
Is it like a gross-out comedy?
No, see, it's not even that. It's actually, I only put this in, this is your clue. I only put this in here because last week you mentioned it, I think.
I don't... Nelson, you know that I don't...
Yeah, you don't
I don't
remember
pa-
anyway. Okay. Give up.
Yep.
Wayne's World.
Really?
Because the
Wow.
bit,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
they
yeah,
always say,
yeah.
like, hurl is, like, their term for
Yeah,
throwing up.
I
And I
guess.
feel like it comes up a lot in the movie. So, in some weird way, I think it kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
Even though it's not, like,
Huh.
a gross-out movie. I don't know. Okay, 2 more. This one I put in here to because I didn't think you were going to get it. Because I thought you would get a lot of these. And you have. You've done quite well. An epic of epic epicness.
Is it epic movie?
Nope.
Okay. An epic of epic epicness. Is it like one of the Bill and Ted's?
No.
Okay. 'cause
Later
would also
than
make
that.
sense. Later than that.
2000s as well. I wanna
An
say.
epic of epic epicness from the 2000s.
I don't think you're going to get it.
It's
I
comedy?
think I should just tell you. Yes. It's maybe like a bit of a... Yeah, it's comedy.
Okay. No, I don't think I'll
Like
get
a
it.
bit more drama. I don't know. Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Huh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, last one. Should've
That's
made
a
the-
comedy. What
I
are you
should've-
talking about?
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's not like a full-on comedy, right? I feel like it's...
I mean, it's a stylish comedy.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's like an action comedy is kind of a thing.
Yeah, I
You know,
guess.
like, it's,
Yeah, yeah.
like there's a... I feel like it was a mixture. Anyway, I should have made this last one, like, probably way more interesting. But anyway.
But here we go.
Who will survive and what would be left of them?
Who will survive and what will be left of them? Okay, so this needs to be something where people are eliminated. Like, who will survive?
Yep.
And what will be left of them? See, because that would work as a tagline for the Hunger Games, but it seems like a weird tagline for the Hunger Games as well. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't be because I think of the second part of the line. That's your clue.
And what will be left of them?
Yep.
I don't know. You're humming at me. But I don't know.
I thought that might help.
Oh, right. The Hunger Games.
Yes. No. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Ah!
You guessed it for the wrong
I
one.
know. I did it for the family one.
Yeah. But I thought that was another smart one, you know?
Yeah.
What will be left of them?
Yeah, that's
Their
good.
legs.
That's good.
For example.
I always like a bad movie that has a good tagline.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
instance, the very first, I think it was Alien vs Predator movie. The tagline was,
I was going to put that one in there.
"Whoever wins, we lose."
Yeah.
That's a great tagline.
Yeah.
Terrible movie, but a great tagline.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I'm glad you all enjoyed that. I'm hoping you enjoyed it because while they were doing it on this other podcast that I made up, anyway,
Well, you made that up?
What? Oh God! But it was quite interesting trying to guess them as well because I had no idea. I'm really really bad for them. Some of them I had on the tip of my tongue. So hopefully, listeners, you enjoyed that.
Yeah, let us know if you got one that I couldn't.
Yeah,
like a Scott Pilgrim or something.
Yeah, that's right. Because then you'd be the nerd. All right, time for our last segment. Okay. The Ask Me Anything, where listeners of the show, just like you, listener,
like me,
can write in and ask us anything you want.
So I was being the listener in that example.
Okay, I didn't think you were being you because I said listener and then you said me, and I know you don't listen.
That's I will start with Cousin Rowan.
Alrighty.
So he says, gentlemen, this weekend I have been away at a small cottage in the country as a belated gift from my wife. This sounds very like early Victorian era kind of thing. Gentlemen, I could not write for us at a cottage. Small cottage in the country.
Okay.
The view is spectacular, and we can see a number of pastures. This just keeps going as Victorian era letter writing. The view is spectacular, and we can see a number of pastures with cows grazing throughout the day.
I think it's just your head.
No, because listen to how he's writing it. It is interesting to watch their relatively simple and pleasant life.
You're right.
Yeah. AMA 65.0. The 0.0 was weird. Okay. Aside from the risk of ultimately being butchered and eaten, do you think these cows live a better life than us? Cheers, Cousin Rowan. Nah.
Nah, you don't think so?
Nah. You know, I think sort of good dogs.
Yeah, but you have to be so dumb. That's the problem.
I mean, cows are pretty dumb.
Yeah, but how do you know?
Look at them. Does that look smart to you?
Like, dogs are dumb because there's things like I saw a video not that long ago of some people constructing a house and there was no windows in a door.
Yeah.
And the dog just kept barking at the door to let them in. And then the human stepped through the space where the glass was. And the dog still didn't understand it. The dog was there inside barking to try and be let out. I was like, dogs are so dumb.
But here's the
cows don't even have the opportunity to, show their idiotness.
But what's the mooing about?
Yeah, it's conversation. I mean,
but here's the advantage of being a dog. Your stupidity is so charming to people.
Not to me.
You're like, oh, what an idiot.
Not to me, that's for sure.
But I
pick them.
You essentially, people are like, live in my house. I will feed you all of your meals. You kind of just have dominance of the house.
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
No,
also, I think a cat, though, for almost the same reasons.
Yeah.
But people kind of leave you alone.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless you want the attention.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, maybe a cat is better.
Yeah. Like, they know what's going on.
Yeah.
The dog just, like, barks at the door forever because you're not there.
and here's what's good about dog and cat. Because Rowan said, like, apart from, obviously, the fact that they might die and be eaten, that's not even a threat, necessarily.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, unless they're in China, and I think that's
or
they think you're on the menu.
Unless you're like a dog on an expedition that's got missing, and then they're starving to death, and then suddenly the dog does look tastier. But that's a far rarer circumstance than a cow maybe being killed for its meat.
Yeah, that's true.
But what if you're a cow in India where they're very sacred?
Maybe
then you're living the good life.
Yeah. Those ones living the good life.
If I'm in India, I'd be a cow.
Okay.
But here I'd be a dog or a cat.
Yeah. Safe. But also in China, you'd be not a dog or a cat, or probably a cow. Or perhaps anything that can be eaten. I would be poison ivy. I think in general, cows have got it going on. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't mind because
people also like to wear their skin.
Yeah, but they're dying anyway. Like the point is that it's before their death.
It depends.
They never see old age. They never lose their mind. They get killed well before that.
Yeah. Here's the question, and this could be a horrifying answer.
Yeah.
Do we have the full consciousness of a human?
No, I don't think you do.
Yeah, okay.
Because I think that totally ruins it.
Yeah,
you'd be so bored.
Yeah, and you'd just go crazy.
Yeah. No, I think...
Because you couldn't communicate with anyone.
Yeah, that's right. You start mooing at people and they get so annoyed.
They'll probably try and kill you.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. Eating grass, not doing anything. pretty good. I
cows have it pretty good.
I think probably most animals have it pretty good. No,
not animals that are hunted. I think
live. Ones that don't live in the wild. I think are that do live in the wild. I think don't have it as easy. But like anything that's a pet,
it's
and
like
I know there's like the
domesticated.
idea of I don't know,
like horses maybe.
like like horses. Actually, that's probably a good example. But I think like I know there's like fish. You get stuck in a bowl and stuff like that, so maybe it's not the greatest in the world, and like birds in cages and stuff, but I don't know, I still think in general
something you want to roam around a pasture.
Something like that. People have like iguanas and stuff.
Yeah, they're just laying around on big logs, aren't they?
They seem to like that shit.
Yeah.
All right, here's another one.
Okay,
it's by Rusty. He says, "Gentlemen, there are many unanswered..." Oh, sorry. So it's, "Gentlemen,
yes,
there are many unanswered questions in life. Like, why isn't 11 called 181? And who closes the door when the bus driver gets up?"
Both good questions.
Yep. But my real question to you is, when you're doing a head count, do Siamese twins count as 1 or 2?
I guess it would depend on what you're doing a head count for.
Well, if it's a head count, I mean, it's definitely 2, right?
Yeah,
but if you
but if it's like for like how many like seats in something, and if they're Siamese and they only take up 1 seat, then you would count as 1.
Yeah. What if it's like, okay, how about you're counting how much you're getting an idea for how much food you need?
Yeah, it's 2.
Do they share 1 stomach?
Even so, you'd need to feed them separately, wouldn't you?
Do you?
Or do you chop them up?
Does only one need to eat? I think if they share... I mean, I think it's very uncommon that Siamese twins share so many organs.
Yeah.
I think they normally only... If they share some, it's normally only like, I don't know, a kidney or something like that.
Yeah.
But... That's interesting.
Yeah, but if you're counting how many hats to get, that's you count that as 2.
Easy.
Yeah.
Jackets?
Oh. Just one jacket, but extra large.
Yeah.
Because it's got to fit across both shoulders.
Yeah. Or 2 jackets and you have to modify it.
You have to do a bit of stitching.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Rusty. It's very much it's head count by head count.
Yeah. There's no one to rule them all.
Yeah, I wish there was. I bloody wish there was. It would make our life simpler. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah. We're always dealing with Siamese twins.
Podcast microphone. Would you get them on each, or are they close enough proximity that
if they
could share one?
Yeah, if they're pretty close.
Yeah.
If it's more like the upper body that's connected, then maybe it's like just one.
But if it's the lower body...
it's lower body, maybe they can...
And they're like leaning out from each other.
Leaning out a bit, then maybe it's 1 each.
Yeah.
It'd be
good to know if we get a pair of conjoined twins on the show. We'll know the situation.
Yeah.
We're like, are you a 1 mic kind of guys, or are you a 2 mic kind of guys?
Yeah. I would have so many questions for them. That's great. If anybody knows Siamese twins, let us know.
Mm-hmm.
Have them on the show. I think that's it.
Jeez, bloody
for
hell.
another episode, Cambo.
I almost don't believe it. You'll have to prove it to me by ending the show.
Okay, I will. Just let me do it.
All right.
Okay. So thank you, Rusty and Rowan, for writing in. We really appreciate it. If you would like to write into us, you can do so. Reddit podcast, readit podcast at gmail.com. You can also reach us on Facebook, at Twitter, and our subreddit.
That one.
They're all readit podcast. And if you could like the show and rate us on whatever podcatcher of your choice. I've heard people refer to it as podcatchers. You know, it's a podcatcher. Your podcatcher of choice.
I don't like it.
Although maybe is there one called Podcat? No, I don't think there is.
Subscribe to us on every platform except Stitcher.
Yeah,
if you're on Stitcher, don't subscribe.
No, I was subscribing that one too.
Okay, yeah.
I definitely went out of the way to put us on Stitcher.
Oh, is it hard to get
So-
onto? Because Spotify is quite hard to get onto.
I think there's a ton of podcasting apps that like just link to the Apple,
Yeah.
and they get your RSS
that one
feed.
isn't.
But I think that one you had to like
Yeah.
apply for
Well,
specifically.
then we went the extra mile. Subscribe on Stitcher.
Yeah, so I mean, we did it for you, so you should do it for us. Anyway, thanks for listening, everybody, and we will read you later.